Hello, welcome back to our second lecture on algebra. So we're going to look today the concept of expansion, which basically entails removal of brackets. From the example you can see below, we are having 3 into a plus b minus 2 into a minus b. And so the instruction of this problem is that we should expand. And to expand for us to expand, basically that means that we're going to have to do away with the brackets that are in this algebraic expression. So basically, starting us off, to remove the first bracket, basically we are going to have 3 multiplying all the elements that are within the first bracket. Okay, so each of these elements multiplied by 3 will automatically remove the first bracket, and so will -2 also have the same effect on every element in the second bracket. All right, and so that is what we call expansion. So 3 times a will give us 3a. Okay, so that will give us 3a. All right, and then 3 times positive b will give us 3b. So we've done away with the first bracket. On to the second bracket, we are going to have -2 times a. -2 times a, and negative times a positive, will give us -2a. That's okay. Then -2 times -b. All right. Negative times negative number. All right. That's going to give us a positive number. So we're going to have positive 2b. And so there it is. We've expanded this particular problem, but we won't leave our answer at this particular point. For us to complete this problem, we're going to have to simplify it further, and that will mean that we collect like terms, add and subtract where necessary. So note 3a minus 2a are like terms, plus 3b plus 2b are like terms. So adding that, we're going to have 3a minus 2a giving us a, and 3b plus 2b giving us 5b. And that is a solution to that particular problem. Let us look at another example. Okay, example 2. So we are having 2 all over y into half y plus y squared plus y cubed. And the instruction is that we are supposed to expand. We are supposed to remove the bracket, as that is what expansion means of this particular algebraic expression. So we're going to have 2 all over y multiplying every term within the bracket that we are having in this particular problem. Good. So that will mean that we're going to have 2y, 2 all over y, that is, times a half y. For our first move. Now, trying to find the easiest way of putting this across, but in our first move, we're going to have y and y cancel each other out. All right, we're going to have y and y cancel each other out. All right, and we're going to have 2 and 2 also cancel each other out. All right, as they share common denominator, common factors. Right. So when we have y and y cancel each other out, we're going to no longer have any variable there. All right, and then 2 divided by 2 will basically give us 1. That's okay. So we're going to have 1 in the first scenario. And now in the second scenario, we're going to have a scenario where we are multiplying, where we're dividing y squared and y first. So y squared divided by y basically means that we subtract the indices of both y's. Okay, y squared divided by y simply means that we have the indices of the powers of y subtracting each other. So that is going to be 2 minus 1, as the power of y in this particular case is 1. So y squared divided by y will basically leave us with y. And so that will be 2 times y, giving us 2y. as our final answer there after expanding for y squared. Now, y cubed, the same thing. When you're dividing when you're dividing y cubed and y, we're going to subtract for the powers, the indices of y cubed and y. Now, note y cubed has an index of 3 and y has an index of 1. So basically, we're going to have 3 minus 1 giving us 2. All right? And so that's going to be y squared, and then 2 times y squared giving us 2 there. Now, this here is the expanded version of this particular problem. That is 1 plus 2y plus 2y squared. Being that there are no any like terms, we will leave our answer at this particular point. Let's see the last example. On to the last example. So we are having a situation where we have two brackets, all right? We have one that is curly and one that is just the normal parenthesis, okay? So we're having 2b plus 3 into 3 minus 2 into a minus 5. Now, let us try and solve this. To solve this, we're going to start by expanding the bracket that is within the larger bracket, and that is going to be a minus 5. We're going to have to start by expanding this bracket first, then simplifying everything within this bracket, and then removing the rest of the brackets. Now, let us do this and see what we have. Okay, so we're going to have 2b plus 3 into 3. Now, removing the first bracket, we're going to have negative 2 times a. That's going to give us negative 2a. And then negative 2 times negative 5. Negative number times negative number giving us positive there. So we're going to have positive 10. And so we've removed the first bracket. We're going to go ahead and simplify whatever we have in this bracket. So we're going to have 2b plus 3 into 3 plus 10. That's 13, okay? So that's going to give us 13 minus 2a. Now, to solve for this other bracket, we're going to multiply every element within this remaining bracket by 3, as 3 is the number directly outside the bracket. So that's going to give us 2b plus 3 times 13, giving us 39, and 3 times negative 2a, giving us a positive times a negative number, giving us negative 6a. So we've removed the other bracket. So on to check if we have any common factor, if we have any like terms, I mean. So looking at the solution that we have there, we don't have any like terms, and so we can leave our answer at that, given the fact that we also don't have any common factor. Thank you.